Hey guys, welcome back to the Storm podcast. I'm one of the hosts, Landon Guetzkow.
I am Robert Foster.
Pagna Hoy.
And Ary Lopez.
You're supposed to say your real name.
No, I'm not.
He's supposed to, that's not his legal name. That's not his legal
I'm not
name.
saying it.
Wait, you said your name wrong. It's Pagna.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
His name is spelled P-A-G-N-A.
Yes.
Yeah, Pagna.
Oh my god. You can't.
How do your parents say it?
It's. I'm not gonna say it.
His parents say nya.
You better not.
Yeah, his parents say nya.
Can you do the hands?
Yeah. That's his name.
All right. So
if you ever see him, just go nya.
Don't.
And then
don't
he'll turn
don't
around.
Ever,
Yo, what's
never,
up, nya?
ever.
It would make my day if you
No,
did- if
that's
y'all
enough.
did
That's
nya.
enough. On to the news. On to the news,
Okay.
please.
Okay, so our first topic of discussion is probably going to be the vice presidential debate, and moving on to our very intelligent person who knows about politics.
And the only one who's watched
I
it.
keep track of the news a lot. Anyway, so yeah, the vice presidential, the VP debate just happened. We had Tim Walz representing the Democrats and J.D. Vance representing the Republicans. It was just a lot of talk about like what was their policies on various subjects, like from abortion to helping out, giving assistance to the people who got affected by the hurricane. And there's more stuff like economics, immigration, education. A lot of it was pretty tame. It was sort of more like they were representing like the presidents, like, oh, Harris is gonna do this and that, and oh no, Trump's gonna do this and that.
So it was just more of a younger presidential debate.
Yeah,
A presidential debate
felt-
light.
it felt nice though, because it was very formal. The both candidates were very polite to each other, and I thought it was pretty interesting to watch. What did you guys think?
Well, I only heard a few stuff about it. I did not watch it, so my opinion should be taken with a grain of salt. But I did hear that it was very polite, and I feel like these, especially when we're talking about presidents at such age like Joe Biden and Donald Trump, I feel like vice presidents should be taken more seriously, especially because they are now, especially with a bunch of assassination attempts. The vice president should be taken as sort of they have a realistic chance of becoming president over the next 4 years.
Unfortunately, that.
Unfortunately, with the new...
You know, I honestly never thought about that. I never thought, hey, maybe vice presidents would be more important in these upcoming days because there's just been a lot of assassination attempts. I haven't seen anything about it, surprisingly. Or I didn't even know it existed or that there was a vice president.
And also, just like Obama's vice president, Joe Biden, they can become president in the future just through their own things. So I think vice presidents should be taken as seriously as the presidential debate. And personally, I don't think that is taken as much. I feel like people only care about the presidents.
Yeah, as the VP of ASB, I agree with this message.
That vice presidents should be taken more seriously.
Except this one.
So what do you think?
For me, it was actually very heartwarming seeing how this new vice presidential debate was more of an old one, like more polite, more like it like brings out the health of political science. Like it shouldn't be always a hate each other, but more like arguing with each other and
Politely.
politely and like having your views without any hatred or vengeance, and telling it to the world how you view it and see if others agree on it.
You know, I've also heard a bunch of people actually complaining about the recent presidential debates and how, hey, I really hate how instead of talking about what you would do for the country, it's more of them putting each other down, which is more unprofessional, and it just sucks in general. So, I mean, I can understand the vice presidential debate being like, you know, people go, wow, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah. I think that that kind of sums it up. Do you have any thoughts on it? Because you just explained it.
I mean, I enjoyed watching it. I thought Tim Walz was a little bit timid in the beginning, which made Vance seem more professional. But eventually, once they got into more familiar territory, Walz seemed to be more confident. And I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It
And
was
also,
just a back and forth.
on our personal note, we're 17. We can't vote. So
Yeah,
don't-
We are not going to be
Sad-
of legal
sadly.
voting age before the upcoming election.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is in November.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no!
It's October.
They're like October. They start like voting, and then it
And
goes
then-
to November.
It's early
It,
election.
it ends November. Or
Yeah, it ends.
Ends November 6th.
So, about the hurricane. Do you guys have any family on the East Coast?
No.
Luckily, no.
No.
Not where the hurricane is, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, I used to, but they moved, and so I think that since I had family right within the hurricane area for a long time, hurricane should not be taken lightly. It is a very unfortunate event that causes millions of dollars of damage, and
It's taken a lot of lives.
yeah,
As far as I'm pretty sure I came across an article about it. I didn't read too deeply on it, although I think it was one of those hurricanes that were just really, really bad, like worse than usual. Or am I wrong?
yeah, worse than usual.
So they weren't as prepared for this hurricane, causing a lot more damages in property or just people.
Yeah, the effects of climate change are starting to make weather like that more disastrous.
Yeah.
What do
They-
you think? What do you think should be taken account for these, especially with places that are hurricanes are normal? What do you think there should be? Have stuff in place to prevent or mediate damages, or do you think that using money like that would be more costly than just repairing it? What do you think would be good?
I don't know much about, engineering or construction. But I do know that in the U.S., many houses are built cheaply for repairs because there's just so many disasters from tornadoes, earthquakes, and hurricanes. So I can't think of a solution because repairing is all I know for the U.S. And really, I think there should be precautions, like maybe make some buildings higher, I'd say, because there is flooding during hurricanes.
Yeah, flooding takes a lot of property damage, especially because flooding doesn't
Mold.
visually destroy a building, but integrally, you basically have to repair the building from the ground up.
Mold,
Yeah.
rotting wood.
Yeah.
Rotting wood. It's a lot. And for hurricanes, I believe that it's more of investing in how a usual hurricane is. Not this hurricane, because this was an unfortunate event. But most hurricanes have this is like the kind of flood they have. So we should invest in how high the houses are, even if it's just a couple of steps more. But it's more of a safety precaution because we all have family, and I know many people out there have family as well, and we want them to be safe. So I feel that it's something we should really be debating about, even in the political world.
Yeah,
that-
even in a non-political world,
Yeah.
just allocating resources to prevent and mediate damages and spending money to repair damages, I feel like would be definitely a better thing, but that takes into account of where the money is coming from.
Yeah.
I wanted to move a little bit away from the hurricane because I know that we don't have much knowledge on it. Let's move to a different disaster that we personally in California deal with a lot. Earthquakes. Not saying that they're similar, but they are both natural disasters that can cause lives lost, and so.
Do you guys know of a major destruction destruction-causing earthquake that happened in California during our lifetimes? Because I don't think I've experienced one where it's like, wow, this is major.
My parents have, but that was like when they were in college.
Not a big one, but a coincidence that we have in my family is all my brothers were born. Everyone, like me and my brothers, were born in the day an earthquake happened,
What?
and we're all born on Tuesday. So
Did you cause the earthquake?
My mine was the lightest. My other brother was like the heaviest one, and then my smallest, because they're all earthquakes, but at different levels. But that was interesting to know that, because I experienced two of them, because I don't think I would remember the earthquake when I was born.
Oh my
But we
god.
all did.
I think throughout my whole life, I've only experienced like 3. They were like pretty small. Like the 2 recent ones were like, wait, did an earthquake just happen or whatnot? And I remember back when I was younger, I only knew an earthquake was happening because I had this big mushroom like chandelier, and it started shaking like. I'm like, oh my god.
What
it's
is
an
your thought
earthquake.
during an earthquake?
My thought during an earthquake is like, damn, my mom needs to lose some weight.
That's you can't
Like,
be
no
s-
joke.
Oh my
Either
God.
that or it's my brother. Like, I'm like, oh my god.
Why can't you
Someone's gotta stop, like.
I'm glad they call you Pigna.
I'm glad they call you
Make
Nan.
a joke.
Yeah.
Yo, mama.
Or like, who's moving my chair or something? And then I realize, oh wait,
It's an earthquake.
it's an earthquake.
Yeah, for me it's always like, is there an earthquake going on? And then once I realize there is, I'm like, all
Sorry,
right,
over.
I gotta stand in the doorway.
Yeah, there is a point where I just started like being like, oh man, that sucks, and just continue doing what I do.
Damn, that
Yeah.
sucks.
For me, since all the earthquakes we have had is more younger versions of ourselves, for me it was like earthquake. I'm like, oh, this is cool. We need more of
Wow, I've
these.
never seen one of these.
I've had situations where it's like I've had to like pick stuff up afterwards, and I'm just like, damn, this
This sucks.
sucks. I've got to
How could they
I've got to
mess up my room?
spend 5 minutes out of my day picking up all the stuff that got out, and I have to organize it all. But no, I do think that sometimes there's been points where earthquakes have been alarmingly large, and I feel like that was like we don't really take that too seriously, especially earthquakes that last a while. That they
Yeah.
We don't take them seriously because we never experienced an actual like major big earthquake.
Yeah, because I don't know.
And I know that people from outside of here, when they experience an earthquake, which actually, rattles
Rattles
things,
their
knocks stuff down, they'd be pretty scared because it's like everything is shaking. But like for us, we just know what it is.
Just,
But I do think that if there is a larger earthquake, then I don't know what we will do. Like, you're obviously having the earthquake drills, but
They won't work.
they don't work.
Like,
They don't
oh
work.
yes, hide under the desk.
I
like
don't think-
that.
I
don't
mean,
think-
just go outside.
In my opinion, I don't think the ancient 20-year-old table is gonna save me from a big, like those big lights on top of the ceiling.
The tile just comes down and knocks out a kid on the
I know.
spot.
And someone was working construction, and I know this. A shingle weighs a lot. So if that falls on you, it's over.
Oh yeah, I forgot she
Lights
does weight a
out.
lot. But yeah,
That's natural disasters for us.
yeah.
Any other?
Last thing, just like the phone ban. We're gonna talk about this probably next
Week, yeah.
with some special guests hopefully. But just general base opinions before we cut off.
Yeah. So the school ban.
The phone ban.
The school ban.
Oh yeah, we're
No.
gonna ban schools.
No, but the
That would've
phone
been
ban. For all of us, I think we can all agree it's gonna suck. But we're seniors.
So we shouldn't care.
So L on those who are middle school and below.
Oh, you can't be a hater on camera.
I can't be a hater. Well,
I agree.
Yeah. You can't be a hater.
I'm not a hater. I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry for y'all
No,
who have to
no.
experience that. Because I'm going to college.
Sorry,
maybe.
not sorry. Well, for me, I mean, to be honest, there are kind of like I do use my phone in class sometimes, and I shouldn't do that. So I will admit that I'm kind of a hypocrite for saying this, but I think the ban is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not like it.
In general terms, I believe the ban is dumb the way they do it. I don't think it's
The general ideas.
the general idea is good. Not having kids on their phones is a good idea, but the way they're executing it is not the ideal way or how I would do it.
I'll put in my 2 cents. I think that the phone ban is something that it needs to be handled with precaution, and especially it will limit teachers and teachers to do what they're able to do. It'll prevent Minga from actually being a reliable source.
Oh, yeah.
It'll generalize education, and I don't think that is, especially nowadays, something that would improve education. The problems it will solve are not enough to justify closing off the entirety of all knowledge to students. So I think that wraps us up.
We'll
so-
get more of our opinion next time.
Yeah, next time we'll have hopefully some staff.
And staff will have a very different opinion because
There might be an article on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Happy October.
Make sure to.
Happy October.
send
Happy
audio.
October.
Yep.
Happy-
See,
Yes, I will
Okay.
send you.
Also,
Wait,
So-
what
no,
would we
nothing.
be doing?
I forgot.
well, goodbye. This is
Landon.
Robert.
Pagna.
And Ary. Yeah.